Time to go to sleep because that's all that you could do in prison.
I would love for them to come after me. But these guys don't climb like they do in the other Assassin's Creed games. They don't come chasing you down like a friggin' wild animal. Already!
Hey, and it looks like Spot is live.
Go get this guy. Then this guy. Should be it.
When it flashes yellow,
Alright.
and attack.
Well, hello.
Fuck yeah, achievement. What else can we
Well, the funny thing about the Unknown Thing, or the Unknown King song, is that I'm pretty sure it only
This is pretty
fits
much combat.
one of the
tutorial.
3 overlapping series of video that are happening right now. And well,
I don't know.
I guess there was a bit of a joke about Ira and Ira 2 are doing streaming this game right now at the same time to test internet speed. And they did mention, so what if I start streaming and then it can be 3 people streaming at once? And well, I don't know if this is what they envisioned.
A while ago. Let me pause this. I need to fix something.
I'm actually not sure how well I expected that to line up, since
Alright.
pretty much all of the streams are cut off on the right side because of
Money!
the game's actual aspect ratio versus the screen aspect ratio minus the space that the chat takes up. And apparently I've been doing this for nearly 5 minutes now. I should probably start something like, you know, the game. But, well,
It's been snowing a little bit.
I'm eating the last piece of chicken right now. And even though I could keep doing it during the cutscenes, or now instead of talking,
I'm right. We got about 10 inches.
I've got it.
Oh wow.
I'm very short-sighted, as you can appreciate. Oh, hey, the email just went out, it looks like. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna do the other thing I said. What if I turn these off and on
I'm just glad we actually
alternatingly?
got a little snow this year.
Can you even tell the difference?
Nope.
Well, I don't even know. But I think it's time to do what I said I was gonna do and actually try to stop this.
Yeah.
And start the other thing. Now the question is...
Let's go climb the church.
will I be able to do this and also keep both other streams running in the back? I'd say it's time to find out. Where is... here it is. Right, I also left the game self capture thing turned on from before and didn't change anything, so I want to know, okay, that will work. Wasn't sure if that was going to actually show up or not, but I guess it did. So here we go. It's time for me to check the volume. And once I've made sure the volume is working fine, like right now...
Alright, so now we get to run away from prison.
Oh god. Well, the stream looks like it's doing fine, but I don't know about the actual emulator. Let me see if I can continue with this. Time for trouble. Pretty sure it was a little more than 3 hours, but whatever. So previously on this cutting hospital place. Let me just do this. And I feel like I should probably bring those tabs back into the main window as well, but I am lazy. Alright. Things should be in order now. We were in the 4th time unit after the intro, I believe, and the only other thing that remains to do in this period of time is another diagnostic stage. So let me start that and see how it goes.
Finished. That brings my total to 298 wins in 298 games.
Damn it! This is a waste of time. You're unbeatable.
Not if my opponent's intellect surpasses my processing speed.
Uh-huh. And how fast is that?
My processing speed is roughly 1 QIPS.
What? Stop using words people don't know.
I mean, a quadrillion instructions per second, Doctor.
Sounds like you're just trying to make fun of me.
Ow! Hey, Grandpa, stop struggling.
Let go. I don't need a doctor. You know who I am.
You damn stubborn old man.
Hey, what's with all the noise? Go fight somewhere else.
Hey, moron, this old fart's your patient. Now go examine him.
You mean him? He looks pretty spry. Why don't we just let him leave?
He was passed out on his floor. Now shut up and examine him.
This is absurd. I don't have time for this. Hold up a minute. What now? Tell me, how long has your leg been shaking like that? Huh? My leg? What are you talking about? Maria, get a bed ready for him. We're gonna need him overnight.
You got it. In your face.
What? A moment ago you said I could leave. Hey, are you even listening to me? Hey! What's going on? Don't you know who I am, you quack? Hey, listen to me. Always get stuck with the difficult ones. So, Roni, who in the heck is that crazy old man?
So apparently he's a Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services.
He is Jacob Tillman, Assistant Secretary of the HHS, Doctor.
So we're getting political here.
Assistant Secretary? Politician, huh? I should have just sent him home.
No, Doctor. He is suffering from an ailment of some sort.
Yeah. Too bad we can't pick our patients, huh? Oh well. Might as well go take a look. Shall we?
Okay. This looks like it's going to be very easy, judging by his attitude.
Now, how are you feeling? Have you been eating? You fool! How dare you force me into this hospital? What a serious pain in the... Let's begin the exam, Roni. Are you ready?
Yes, Doctor. Whenever you are ready.
Well, we can try to talk to him.
Well then, let's start with you telling me about the symptoms you're experiencing. I'm not saying anything, you jackanape. So that's how it's gonna be. Well, go right on ahead if you don't want to ever be discharged from this hospital. You utter bastard. Fine, ask your questions.
Well, here we go.
To be examined? Yes, I collapsed, but I simply wasn't feeling well.
That's perfectly normal, right?
Not feeling well, huh? So, he was aware he had a problem all along. This guy's a real nutcase.
Doctor, the symptoms are too vague. Please find more precise symptoms.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, this old guy or the robot. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I've been under quite a lot of stress. A lot of stress, huh? I think we can assume he's been getting tired easily. Heck, serves him right. I'm exhausted just having to deal with him. Isn't that so, Roni?
I do not share your pain, Doctor.
Oh, you're so serious all the time. You know, you should loosen some bolts and relax.
I guess.
There's so much to be done, and you're not helping. Quit wasting my time and issue my release.
12.
Damn it! You're never gonna give up, are you? Being stuck in this stinking examination room is killing my appetite.
Well, that seems like...
So his appetite's been decreasing. Maybe he's been trying some of the food here.
something that a politician with something like that on his label would say.
Also, jot down that the hospital food sucks.
Must remain professional, Doctor. New symptom observed. Lack of appetite.
Right. Professional. One day, I'd love to hear all about that.
Well,
Honestly, I haven't eaten much, but I feel queasy, bloated. He's been feeling bloated, huh? That's not to say he isn't already a bit on the chunky side.
what?
Roni, order up a CT scan. Oh, and warn the lab guys they may need a forklift to get him onto the table.
I will send the request at once. Also, I may use a slightly different wording for that second part.
Hey, you! Huh? What's wrong now?
Well,
You need to examine me. I refuse this treatment. Hey, if I don't look in your stomach, we'll never know what's wrong with you. There is no reason for this. If you think it's necessary, then prove it. You're really getting on my nerves. Roni, ignore him and send in the request.
I cannot, Doctor. All examinations patients require patient consent.
Ugh, you're as stubborn as he is, you know that? Fine. So we just need to narrow down the diagnosis candidates and prove an exam is necessary, right?
That is standard protocol, Doctor. New symptom observed. Bloated abdomen.
Yeah, apparently we can't do that anymore.
Doesn't matter. Just sign your little forms and discharge me. Looking at your stupid face makes me even more nauseous.
It took you that long.
He said my face makes him feel even more nauseous. That means he was already feeling nauseous before he came here. How's that for deduction, Roni? Make a note of it.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Nausea.
Well, we could continue with the rest of the examination. I don't know how we have the blood test thing. But he doesn't want to lift off his clothes, so... So we can't really do that right now. I'm surprised we have this though for the same reason. So let's see what these numbers look like. Right, everything looks perfectly normal, except that.
The platelet count. It seems unusually low. Roni, add that to his records.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Low platelet count.
Right, what else can we find here in Bloodland? That's too high, and so is the other thing.
His total bilirubin level seems a bit high. Roni, make a record of that.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. High total bilirubin level.
Hold on. If his total bilirubin is this high, he should have jaundice in the whites of his eyes.
Correct, Doctor. But the status of the patient's eyeballs cannot be confirmed.
Yeah, that's the problem. The geezer's eyes are too squinty for me to examine. And somehow, I doubt he'll cooperate with us and let me take a look.
Doctor, perhaps you could try angering the patient.
Huh? What good'll that do?
I've noticed that Chief Patel's eyes are frequently wide open when conversing with you. It is a physiological response for humans to open their eyes wider when they are angry.
You're pretty observant, aren't you?
So I guess that'll work.
All right. I don't know that I like the example you gave, but let's try your tactic. Shouldn't be too hard. A few blows at his pride, and that should do it.
So there's also the AST, which is way too high.
Yep, his AST level is rather high. Roni, record the symptom.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. High AST level.
And I'm pretty sure there's ALT, which is also gonna be too high. Those usually go together. And cholesterol is too low, somehow.
He has a pretty elevated ALT level. Roni, make a note of that.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. High ALT level.
So let's point that out as well.
Interesting. His cholesterol level is unusually low. Roni, make a note of that too.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Low total cholesterol.
Alright. Well, this looks fine. This looks fine. This is perfectly fine. And so is the rest of this. So I guess that's it. So didn't he say that his leg was shaking? I can barely notice that. It happens kind of fast, but...
His legs are still shaking. That's definitely worth making a note of, Roni.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Shaking legs.
Well, if you look at him, I guess you can't actually see his eyes. You can barely see that, but... Apparently he's got the American flag paint on his sleeve, though. Well, I would class it as an abnormality in some
Well,
cases, but
I'd say the patient's physique is pretty typical for a man his age. But considering how conceited he is, maybe just the thing to anger him. Now, let me see your stomach. Come on, lift up your clothing.
Never. I don't have any obligation to cooperate.
Oh, I get it. You're shy about your gut, huh? Too many steak dinners? Don't be ashamed. I'm not someone to judge a patient, no matter how fat they are.
You son of a bitch! You can't talk to me like that.
Ooh, you're getting angry, huh? Great, now stay just like that.
I don't need your jokes. How dare you insult me? I want my lawyer.
All right, maybe I went a little far, but that's fine. Now's my chance to check his eyes.
that worked out exactly as planned, I suppose. Does look pretty yellow.
Yep, discoloration in the whites of his eyes. Looks like jaundice. Roni, mark it down.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Jaundice.
And there we go. I think that's pretty much all we're gonna get right now, though. We didn't get any image exams available, so...
Yo, mister. How are you feeling today?
You really are an idiot, aren't you? I'm not falling for this trickery.
Is that so? I was just trying to make small talk, you know?
Still won't let us do this, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we got everything else we can get, so... Maybe...
Alright, time to prove the need for a CT exam.
We should compare our symptoms to the possible illness candidates.
Go over what we have.
Require a CT scan to be identified. There is ample evidence to have one taken.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Guess you're pretty useful sometimes.
Did you just impart genuine praise on me, Doctor?
Hey, I give credit where it's due, you know? Now let's get to work.
So here we go. Let's see what he might have. Is it a malignant liver tumor? Lack of energy, nausea, lack of appetite. Well, so far we have all of these things. Bloating of the abdomen, throbbing pain in the upper abdomen, jaundice and shaking legs, or just shaking. Obviously high PIVCAT2, high total bilirubin level. AST, ALT, low cholesterol and low platelets. Yep.
Get that sorted.
Don't have everything matched up though, not quite. So I'm not gonna make an opinion yet. Could he have hepatitis? Pain in the abdomen and nausea. He doesn't have pain though, apparently. Lack of appetite, bloating, jaundice, inflammation, shaking of the extremities. Bilirubin, AST, ALT, but nothing about cholesterol. Well, let's see what the next one says. Oops. Tires easily, nausea, lack of appetite. So far we have everything. Bloating, jaundice, shaking. Bilirubin, AST, ALT, cholesterol. And low platelet count. So it's like the other one, except we have more points for this one.
The only remaining symptom can be gained through a CT.
I concur, Doctor. The necessity for a CT examination is undeniable.
Excellent. Looks like our favorite patient's about to get a CT scan.
Alright, actually one moment. There's a couple things I need to look at. Alright. Because much like with the other...
To the examination room, then.
Now that we've proved a CT exam is necessary, it's time to teach that old fart a lesson.
much like with the first examination.
Against teaching any lessons, Doctor. Patients must be treated in an appropriate manner.
There are certain things you can find that aren't vital,
I'll
but
treat him just how he deserves.
that kind of are used for something else later. I think we need to look at the blood analysis thing again.
Hey, geezer. I'm gonna prove to you that you need a CT scan.
I wonder if we can still do that.
What?
Roni, show him.
Yes, Doctor. This is the record of the current diagnostic progress.
And now, you need a CT exam. Is that all right with you, Mr. Assistant Secretary?
No, you fool.
Well, then let's hop to it. Roni, get us some approval, will ya?
Understood, Doctor. Sending the request now.
Suit yourself.
Congratulations, Doctor. The patient's CT examination is now available.
Yeah, thanks. That was a breeze.
Okay, we can still look at this. Pretty sure we need to... This is gonna change over the course of the examination, but if we look at the white cell count, oh yeah. It's not abnormal, but...
Ooh, now this is something. Check it out, Roni. It's 3 sevens.
Doctor, is that abnormal?
Huh? No, it's perfectly fine. Never mind.
And there you go.
Hey, pal. How's your body holding up?
Hurry up and show these CT results of yours. They'll be hell to pay if there's nothing there.
Man, so bitter. Besides, isn't it better if nothing comes up on the results?
So let's go look at the results then.
Ugh, I'm exhausted. Why did it have to take so long just to do an image analysis?
The images from the CT exam are ready. Please look over the results, Doctor.
Don't I get a break? Could have sworn we're supposed to have scheduled break time, right?
So here we go. We got 3 images. I think something's gonna be quite obvious in one of these. Second one, if I recall. Right now it's nothing that immediately jumps to mind, but in this one, something's a little bit different.
Hey now. The color difference confirms that ascites is formed. Well, this explains the bloated abdomen. Roni, make a note of it. Write down the patient's got a pool in his abdomen.
I will abbreviate that, Doctor. New symptom observed. Ascites accumulation.
Is that like the pool in the TARDIS? Well, I think there's at least one more thing we need to find. That's a bit more subtle. Yeah, this actually can take a bit to figure out, but if you pay attention, this is more swollen on one image than the other.
His liver's the size of a penguin. That ain't normal. Roni, make a note of that too.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Swollen liver.
I think that might be it, I don't know.
Got all the materials we need, Roni. Let's continue with the diagnosis back in my office.
Yes, Doctor. I've already made the data ready for you in the office.
Well, if I was right, that was pretty much the other thing we
All right,
needed to
Roni. Let's finalize the diagnosis.
get to a diagnosis.
Good luck.
So let me see. So we got this one as the top candidate right now. We got ascites accumulation and swollen liver. Alright.
Congestive liver failure. It's common for this disease to be just a complication of something linked with heart failure.
Would you like to make a note of the congestive liver failure and continue the diagnosis?
Better safe than sorry. Let's continue on with the diagnosis. Roni, fill out the necessary paperwork.
Understood, Doctor. Please begin investigating the patient's primary disease.
Well, apparently that was just a footnote.
Congestive liver failure. Possible heart failure link.
Yes, Doctor. If left alone, his condition may become critical.
He's gonna complain. We can't send him home like this.
Yes, Doctor. I have obtained approval to continue diagnosis.
Alright, let's go.
Well, we need to continue on with phase 2 now.
So, you understand? It's exactly how I just explained it. From the symptoms I've found, I can tell you you've got congestive liver failure.
Well, if you know what the hell is wrong with me, make the damn diagnosis so I can get out of here.
Unfortunately, I can't do that. I need to look into why you even have congestive liver failure in the first place.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Not at all, I'm afraid. The primary cause for congestive liver failure is heart failure.
Heart failure? Don't tell me.
Oh, looks like you do have an idea about this.
Of course not. I have no idea whatsoever.
All right, pal. Let's get clear on one thing. I'm a doctor. Even if a patient's a grumpy old man like yourself, I still have to save his life. So whether you like it or not, you're gonna tell me everything I need to know to diagnose you.
Damn. Suit yourself.
Alright.
Heart failure. That's preposterous. Yes. 2 years ago I did. But that has nothing to do with this.
Well. Oh, wait, hang on.
Arguing with you is making me feel faint. You quack.
Well.
Feel faint, huh? Looks more like trouble breathing. And that's not even my fault, you old geezer. Roni, make a note of Mr. Tillman's shortness of breath.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Dyspnea.
If I really do get sick because of you, I'll sue your ass into the ground. The country. This country needs me. What's a little chest pain compared to the well-being of our country?
Well.
I see. Chest pain, huh? I almost missed that one. Roni, write that one down too. Seriously, it's like pulling teeth with this guy.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Chest pain.
No youngster like you will stand in my way.
Well, I
Chest
guess
pains and dyspnea. Man, you're so stubborn.
you gotta beat that chest pain
My
like
suspicions of heart failure are even stronger now.
trying to keep Stalin out of your country.
How about it? Ready to cooperate with the exam yet?
All right. I'll cooperate with you. But if you don't find anything, you'll pay.
Who threatens a doctor? Oh well, that's fine. Let's just continue the exam. I still have a feeling you're hiding something.
Well, now we can continue, and now we have an EKG as well. Pretty sure the diagnostic will have changed. Yeah, that's too low now. The blood pressure has dropped.
All right. The patient's blood pressure is unusually low. Roni, add that to his file.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed.
Well, the rest of it looks fine so far. That changed the white cell count, so I guess I got that in time. The PNP is apparently way too high, though.
What the hell? The BNP level in his blood is abnormally high. Roni, that's worth recording.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. High BNP level.
And let's see what else. If there is something else. Apparently, though, there isn't, so... Well, let's see. Can we auscultate him yet, or... Yeah, we can. Well, let's listen then. Oh, yeah, that sounds healthy, right?
There's some odd sounds in his breathing. Discontinuous sounds. Roni, did you get that one?
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Discontinuous sounds.
Alright, what about the heart then? The heart, that sounds like a marching band.
On top of S1 and S2, I can hear some additional heart rhythms. S3 and S4. Roni, jot this down.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. S3 and S4.
And the stomach, well. I think that's normal. Yes, I guess that's it for that. Well, let's take a look at the EKG. Pretty sure we're gonna find some things.
Let's check this guy's heart.
Understood, Doctor. Beginning preparations.
Okay, let's see what we got. Need to figure out where the abnormalities are. We can tell this is what his cardiogram looks like, and this is what the normal one looks like. Apparently, though that one doesn't move, so there's a couple of big differences. We got negative waves on the top one.
The Q waves are too deep. This isn't the activity of a normal heart. Roni, write that down somewhere.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Abnormal Q waves.
And then there is this negative thing on the lower one.
Odd. T waves are showing negativity in this poster.
It's also kind of irregular though.
Roni, add that to the list.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Negative T waves.
I think that's pretty much it though.
Well, looking at the symptoms until now, there seems to be an abnormality in the myocardium. Roni, get us approval for an X-ray.
Yes, Doctor. Beginning the approval process. Request complete. The X-ray examination is now available.
It's alright. We got some more image tests to go through.
Please examine the images, Doctor.
All right, let's take a look at them.
I think we might be able to find... No, never mind, not yet.
Examination to you. An X-ray examination is the most common radiography. Using electromagnetic radiation called X-rays, it can produce images of the inside of the human body.
You don't say. Can't believe I'm getting lectured on X-rays at my age.
Well, we only got one X-ray. Whoop. And this is what it looks like inside him. This is what it should look like, so something's a little bit off.
His heart's too large. There's definitely an abnormality after all. To look at the movement of the myocardium, an echocardiogram would be ideal. Hey, Roni, you think you'll sit through the exam?
Doctor, I am required to remind you that a patient's consent is needed before examination.
I knew you'd say that. Well, we can always narrow down the list of candidates again if we need to persuade him. But let's try going to the exam room, just in case.
Yeah, let's see if he'll cooperate.
New symptom observed. Enlarged heart.
So will he say yes, or will we have to go through the motions again?
So, we found an abnormality in your heart after all. And that means our next step is to proceed with echocardiography.
I refuse. How dare you treat me like some leper?
Yeah, I get it. Stubborn as usual. Well, then let's talk about your past. What happened to you 2 years ago? So you aren't gonna tell me about that either, huh? Nothing. Well then, I'm stumped. Guess I'll have to find a hint from the information I've got.
Well, alright. Let's go and figure out how he's dying.
You have no choice but to check the symptoms against the candidates and look for clues.
Yep. Man, even you seem tolerable after dealing with that guy.
I do not understand understand what you mean.
Never mind. Come on, let's start the diagnosis.
Alright, now we have more symptoms. And we have a completely different set of stuff to choose from now. Aortic dissection. Or dissection. Severe chest pain. Well, there is regular chest pain. I guess that counts as severe though. Back pain and dyspnea. Got an enlarged heart and a CT exam, which I haven't done, can confirm something else. Chest pains and dyspnea will appear. S3 and S4 can be heard. Discontinuous sounds are heard in respiration. Normal Q waves and negative T waves. Looks like we're hitting the jackpot here. And an X-ray will confirm an enlarged heart. We also need to detect high BNP level and low blood pressure. Well,
The symptoms seem to all add up. Dilated cardiomyopathy. That's one serious disease.
Echocardiography is absolutely necessary to properly diagnose dilated cardiomyopathy.
Yeah, we'll need some strong evidence if we're gonna convince him.
well, we have this.
Wait. Relevancy to viral myocarditis. Don't tell me that's what happened 2 years ago.
Doctor, should we return to the examination room?
Yeah. That damn old geezer. This isn't funny anymore.
Well then.
You again, you quack? I will not let you examine me.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got a plan this time too.
Well, what? What kind of scheme are you running here?
I don't know. Just toying with the thought of leaking some interesting facts to the press. A certain politician who had viral myocarditis 2 years ago and collapsed due to heart disease.
What, you bastard? How the hell do you know about...
Bingo, huh? So it was viral myocarditis then.
What? Don't tell me. Did you?
Oh yeah, I lied to you. I needed confirmation that it was indeed viral myocarditis 2 years ago.
You bastard! How dare you? Who do you think I am? I'm not putting up with this any longer. I'm leaving.
Hey,
Shut the hell up! I will not hear another word out of you!
that's it!
Oh boy.
Huh?
Looks like we're putting the medical foot down.
Now you listen to me. It doesn't matter who you are or what kind of powers you have. I'm a doctor, and as long as you're sitting in front of me, you're nothing more than a patient. Now, if you understand me, then shut up and let me do my job. Roni, send a request for echocardiography. We've got a date with the image analysis lab.
Request sent, Doctor. The echocardiography is now available.
Well, that was quickly turned around. So we got one more visual exam
The
to
echocardiogram ready.
go through.
It is ready for you to review.
All right, let's take a look-see.
Dr. Cunningham, I will now provide you with more information on this examination. Echocardiography is a technique of using ultrasonic waves to form an image of the heart. This examination is a safe and essential tool for observing heart irregularities and diseases.
Thanks, I had no idea. I mean, it wasn't my decision to run this exam on him, but whatever.
Doctor, I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, carry on.
So we'll get 3 ultrasound images now. Supposed to look for an enlarged aortic cavity or such. And if you're really observant, well, these ones look identical. But this one on the left is a bit blurrier on the patient side. So we can talk about that.
Why is this picture not as clear as the other ones? Roni, there's a bad image here.
It actually lies within the acceptable limits. It will not affect diagnosis.
Well, Someone's feeling defiant today. Oh, well, you're right. It won't affect anything.
Please continue the diagnosis. I will prepare only the highest quality images for you from now on.
All right, all right. No need to get snippy.
Well, but the one we need to look at is the third one. Because, yeah, that looks quite a bit bigger than it should.
Just as I thought. The left ventricle is enlarged. Roni, you got that? Jeez, it's even worse than I imagined.
Understood, Doctor. New symptom observed. Enlarged left ventricle.
Let's get back to my office and decide on a diagnosis.
Well, with this symptom we pretty much already know what it is, but...
Okay, we got all the symptoms, Roni. It's time to decide on a diagnosis.
Yes, Doctor. Please narrow down the possible diagnosis candidates.
So this is the one that we have to win the jackpot so far, so... There's the enlarged left ventricle.
So it is dilated cardiomyopathy. Looks like the worst case scenario has come true.
Diagnosis complete. Well done, Doctor. Shall we notify the patient?
Yeah. I'll tell him myself.
And we got to the bottom of... Heart destruction zone. Still has that soggy cigarette.
So, have you found out what's wrong with me yet?
Well, yeah.
So what is it, son? What's wrong with me?
Dilated cardiomyopathy. It's a disease where the heart muscle weakens. The myocarditis from 2 years ago is the likely cause of it.
Is it curable? When can I get back to the office?
There's a 50% chance you'll last 5 years. 10 years, maybe 30%. You need a heart transplant. Stop worrying about work.
Don't be ridiculous! Listen up, son. This country's in a pretty tight spot. It won't last without the honest folk at the range guiding it. Please, I love this nation, and I need to help save it.
Unfortunately, saving your life will have to come first. Take my advice. Move out to the country and wait for a donor.
Well, apparently that made him get up from his wheelchair. I wonder if that's advisable.
I heard Assistant Secretary Tillman has cardiomyopathy.
Yeah.
Can't we do anything? Maybe beta blockers or angiotensin.
You want someone who could die any second running the country? He may live, but his political career is over.
We can't do anything? He's so passionate about his work.
Medicine has its limits, and passion doesn't save lives. If that's all, I'm gonna get going.
Oh, wait. I need to talk to you about Joshua.
Shouldn't you be talking to the kid's family?
Isn't Joshua your son, Doctor?
Boy hardly knows my face. It's not much of a father.
But, Dr. Cunningham...
It's over. Sometimes you need to learn when to give up.
Well, there you go. Why bother? So that is pretty much all that there is in this time unit. So if we move on to the next one... Oh boy, what do we got actually? 2 scenes, 1 endoscopy and 1 investigation. Well, let's look at these in order. Finally gonna find out who this red guy is.
Open the door. He wants to talk to the prisoner.
What? The guy with the 250-year sentence? I wasn't informed of this.
Here's my authorization from the HHS. Any problems?
I'm sure he won't say a word. He doesn't remember anything.
You know, all prisons have cells like this, right?
It's been a while.
What do you want?
You're needed for an operation, in exchange for a reduced sentence.
You want me to operate?
That's right. Here are the details if you want to see them. Take your time, and think it over. But remember, you'll never have another opportunity to save lives.
Save lives. Again.
So, standard issue Iron Mask, I suppose. And we haven't done a single first response thing with Maria yet, but we can find out what leads up to that. This character, who apparently looks like a Persona 4 character. Or at least dresses like one.
Here. Oh, hey, Chief.
Maria, a fire's broken out on 14th. Get there and hurry.
Why are you calling me? I'm off duty.
Everyone else is out right now. Stop complaining and go.
Ugh. All right, but I better see a bonus next payday.
Apparently she lives in a garage. Also while it's fan service.
Do this.
Isn't anyone else around? It's okay. That was quite enlightening. But right now we need to find out what this is about. Who else needs a tube shoved into them?
Today was exhausting. I don't think I've ever laughed so much.
You have indeed changed, Lady Tomoe.
What's that?
Have you not noticed? When you are with them, you laugh a great deal more. You seem a different person from the one you were in Koga.
Yes. You may be correct. When I'm with them, I feel happiness. Living and fighting to share the joy of life with friends. I never felt this way when I lived within the clan.
Who's there?
The clan of ninjas, which, as you know, exist everywhere.
Stay aside. We have been sent to call on Lady Tomoe.
You underestimate me. By your leave, my lady.
Hanzo, wait a moment. What is your business with me? Speak now.
Master Yoshikage has fallen ill. He asks for you to return.
My father?
Lady Tomoe, this may be a trick. You must be careful.
This is no ruse. In 7 days, the clan elders will gather. The future of the clan will be decided. Lady Tomoe must go.
I see. However, I have issues I must attend to here. I will leave for Japan once my affairs are in order.
Please excuse me, but there is no time. You must...
I am a doctor. No child of Tachibana abandons her duty.
As you wish.
Have they mentioned honor yet?
Lady Tomoe, are you certain about this?
Turning one's back on destiny is against the path of honor.
There it is.
I'm going to bed. I feel things will be getting busy soon.
It's okay.
That's why treating only part of the area may not be enough. Dr. Tachibana, is something wrong?
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'll continue with the conference, but are you sure?
Oh yes, pardon me.
Well, we got polyps in the large intestine. Apparently, though, we're gonna be distracted by visions of wanting to return to Japan. I don't know.
Our goal is to remove polyps, correct?
What's going on with my mouse? There.
The polyps have formed mainly in the small and large intestines. The large intestine is wider, but there should still be peristaltic motion.
It's okay.
I tried to push the endoscope back, so it may be somewhat difficult to proceed.
It's time for the joy of motion controls again. Let me just do that. There we go. That will probably help.
There's a polyp. Let's get the snare into position.
Alright, it's time for the snare and then the forceps.
The area may hemorrhage, so please be...
Excision complete.
Well, the area did not hemorrhage. We can all pretend that...
It's an ulcer. Let's inject it with medicine.
That was perfectly expected, alright. Don't forget to stick it with the green stuff. That's always a vital thing. For the vitals. Hello. I didn't know what they were thinking when they decided to control for this part.
Let's move on.
It's pretty much universally disliked.
Hemorrhaging is due to inflammation.
Right, we got blood volcanoes. I'm surprised that my increased sensitivity for the movement is working that well.
We're done treating this area. Let's move to the next place.
Right, oh there it is.
The digester track's becoming active.
It won't be a problem. I'm going to continue.
Well, now we're being pushed back by peristaltic motion, which I thought was going to happen in the operation before this one, but I guess it didn't.
We're through the area with peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
So, can't stop now. You're in luck now. Alright. Apparently got something there that needs to be sprayed, so if I could just do that. Too far though. We're still too far though. Fuck it, let's just deal with these.
Let's begin treatment.
I also get the vitals back up, since apparently we need to take care of that as well. And there's no reason to speed up since there's no time limit anymore. Oh boy, freaking blood pools. And nope, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Alright, I guess we can retrieve the polyp now, but might as well take over the blood volcano as well. There's something there that needs to be sprayed. Yeah, what is this? There we go.
All the polyps in the large intestine have been treated.
Dr. Tachibana, you seem rather tired. Perhaps we should halt the procedure and have someone else take over?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. What am I doing?
Oh boy.
The small intestine needs to be treated next, correct? Let it grip and continue.
Yeah, we need to stick some more green stuff in the intestine wall though to help. And then we can continue with, oh god, it's these things again.
This is the... We pass through the valve. Continue.
There we go, we just...
The passage is narrowing. I'll need to be careful as we proceed.
Don't comment about almost running into the valve.
We must be careful. Let's make sure not to make contact with the walls as we proceed.
Well, that's gonna be a little bit difficult, but yep.
Hitting the inner wall. Please be careful as you go. Watch out.
Damn it. Damn it. Well, as long as I survive, I have no reason to resent that, since I am moving forward. So yeah, this needs more precise movement, which I am not willing to give it because I will take more time. So I'll just take the shitty... whatever. Okay. That I have imprecise, fast movement. I don't even know where we're going, but I guess we'll get there. There we go. There we go. Boy, we got peristaltic movement coming up or not? Okay, never mind.
There's a polyp buried within the inner wall. Let's cause it to protuberate by injecting medicine.
Okay, apparently
using the snare.
we can't.
The affected area has risen. Let's begin treating it with the snare.
Just excise it like we did before.
Please perform hemostasis.
Oh, I guess I need to drain the ketchup first. There we go. And then we can
It seems there are no more areas to treat here.
deal with the volcano. Now there's the stupid movement. God damn it. Right. It's gonna go badly, I can already tell you that, but okay, we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're through the area.
Alright, there we go.
Peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
Oop. Okay, that was close.
There's so many of them. Dr. Tachibana, you'll be all right.
They won't be any problem at all. The small intestine has many twists and turns. We'll have to take care to avoid the walls.
Well, I don't think we need to worry about that anymore, since we apparently need all the stuff we need to take care of right here. Even though there's probably gonna be more.
We're done treating this area. Let's move to the next place.
Oh boy, we got more peristaltic movement here. That's always nice. Kinda wonder why that doesn't affect the thing, the endoscope, once it's past this point. Like, you would assume that the parts it's already passed through that are still doing this would have some kind of effect on it, especially once there's more than one, but I guess that just isn't the case.
We're through the area with peristaltic movement. Let's proceed.
Alright, really don't know where we're going, but apparently we got a lot of stuff coming up. Oh boy.
This polyp.
We got tumors, it looks like.
It's become malignant and turned into a tumor. I'm glad we were able to find it. Beginning excision.
Removing tumors is similar to dealing with polyps.
Yeah, we've done this already though.
Inject medicine into the area until it protuberates, then excise it. After that...
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, need to snare the polyp and then...
The excised area has begun hemorrhaging. I'll use the hemostatic vortex.
And then deal with the ketchup. And then stick the green stuff again. I don't know how these tumors work, but need to protuberate, then cut. And then excise with the snare.
Let's excise the remainder using the snare.
And then we take it out. There we go. I think bad stuff can happen if you mess it up, but I don't remember.
Let's make incisions along the guidelines of the scalp to excise the tumor in multiple phases.
It doesn't matter what order we do the cut, it looks like.
It's mostly detached now. Let's excise the remainder using the snare.
The area that was
Damn it.
excised is hemorrhaging. Doctor, perform hemostasis.
It always messes up the flow. Alright, we got one more polyp, and apparently it's half tumor, half polyp since it needs to protuberate.
The infected area has risen. Let's begin treating it with the snare.
Is that it?
Completes this operation.
Yeah, yes it does.
Surprises, didn't we?
Indeed. I'm glad we were able to safely perform the treatment, though.
Dr. Tachibana, are you really alright?
Yes, I'm alright.
Well, there you go. She's still gonna have to go to old Nippon to see her dad, though. We definitely hit the small intestine wall. Never pushed back to beginning, what? Like, of a peristaltic section? I guess that could happen.
The operation was successful thanks to you, Doctor.
Yes, I'm glad the patient is safe. I just hope the recovery goes smoothly.
Indeed. We only truly succeed when the patient resumes a normal life.
Speaking of which, how is that depressed girl whose bones you fixed?
Well, I'm done here. Hanzo, did you notify the chief?
I told her that you will be taking some time off. However, I doubt we will be able to return that easily.
I see. Thank you.
Oh, Tomoe.
Chief.
What's the matter? It's not like you to suddenly take leave.
I'm going to go back home for a short while.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's all get dinner when you're back. I found this amazing Italian place. It's great.
Yes.
Oh, you don't like pasta?
Oh no, I'd love to go.
That's the spirit. Have a safe trip then. See you later.
Lady Tomoe, are you sure?
Hanzo, there is nothing more to discuss. When I came to this country, I thought I had found freedom. And yet, all of it was merely the illusion of freedom. My house, my clothes, even you, faithfully serving me. I only had these things because of my Tachibana name. For my entire life, I've merely been a puppet of my family.
Lady Tomoe.
Let's be on our way. Hanzo, ready the helicopter.
As you wish.
Well, there are a lot of things that you think that all the people who do surgery in this would have to be mindful of, like... when you cut someone open, you need to do some form of disinfectant, but apparently Hank doesn't do that. He just slices people and then drills holes into their bones and then sticks plates into them. Alright. Well, we got another forensic investigation, so this is gonna take a while. I think the plot's gonna start to happen though.
Dr. Kimishima, the corpse is already here. Are you done?
Calm down, little guy. I said I'd leave in 10 minutes. It's only been 7.
Yes, but headquarters is telling me to hurry.
All right, I'll be right there. Goodbye.
Oh, Doctor, wait.
You shouldn't be allowed here. Do you need something?
Kitty doesn't seem well. Can you fix her, please?
A cat? Why are you asking me?
Because you're a doctor, miss.
Hand it over. Looks like she swallowed something. She'll be fine.
Yeah, because a cat will just let you do this.
Really?
It's common for cats to swallow foreign objects. Still, wait here for a moment.
Okay. Thank you, miss.
Thanks, huh? Right.
Well, in my experience, at least dogs will be a lot more docile when they're in an unfamiliar environment. Depending on what it's like.
Everything ready?
Dr. Kimishima, you're really late. Huh?
Oh boy.
What are you looking at?
Oh, what happened to your hands?
A cat did it.
A cat? I never figured you for a cat person.
Be quiet. I thought you were in a rush here. Are we ready?
Right. I'll get ready now.
So we got another dead person to look at today. Let's pretend we can feel those vibrations. And let's pretend we can hear that clearly.
I see. So you were cut short too. All right. I'll reel in the thread of truth.
Alright.
Explain the situation to me one more time, little guy.
Right. A skeletonized corpse was found in a river 50 kilometers out of the city. We don't know who it is, but evidence suggests it's female. A homeless man out walking his dog reported finding it. The preliminary cause of death is being ruled as a drowning.
Like you said, the body is completely skeletonized. We won't be able to ID her until we reform her skeleton.
No way.
I also have records from the questioning of the body's finder.
Huh, I'm impressed. For you, that's a brilliant move.
Please, that's not much of a compliment. I'll leave the recorder here. Check it when you need to.
Good. Let's begin. Show me how your life's thread was severed.
Well, we got a skeleton found by a homeless man. Apparently, though, we also have clothing. So let's see what this dead person is like.
Dr. Kimishima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Why are you calling for me on the intercom?
Oh, well, it's about the corpse.
Huh. I do have the corpse here, in a bag. Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, sorry, that was the most reliable way to get it to you. The skeleton had fallen apart, so I had them transport it like this.
Huh, I see. So what am I supposed to do with it?
Please work on putting it back together. I'll start with the body. So can you please start restoring the skull, Doctor?
All right. I'll take care of that.
Thank you. Let me know when you start on it. When you do, I'll come pick up the rest.
So we need to reconstruct the skull, I suppose. I don't think for this part we have to rotate anything, so this should be simple enough. But we have to do it in 4 stages. So, when we take care of this jigsaw, we need to do the same for the other sides. And apparently the face part is a lot easier to recognize because of the definition of it, I guess. The rest of it doesn't have as many clearly defined features. And I guess the back is going to be the most undefined one. What about that one? Does that go there? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, I did not expect that to go there. Oh no, the left side. Ah, there we go. I don't know how we are securing this skull, but I have to assume that it'll be good enough. And there we are.
Let's take a look. Looking at this skull, I'd place the victim's age in the early 20s. That's rather young.
Well, I hope you like physiognomy.
Probability that the victim is female.
Because she uses physiognomy a lot
The FBI analyze it in detail.
when it comes to skulls.
How's it going over there, Dr. Kimishima? I'm done with the body here.
Great timing. I just finished myself.
Alright, I'll put the skull back with the rest of the skeleton.
Once that's done, let's begin investigating the corpse.
Oh, there's the corpse. That sure looks like a healthy bone.
The femurs of both legs have been fractured. The femur is the hardest bone in the human body. It would have taken a massive amount of power to break both of them at once.
Well, yeah, that one's broken there and that one's broken there. So what else we got? We got strange discoloration in the... Is that a broken finger? I think that's a broken finger.
The little finger appears to be fractured here.
It's a bit more... Oh boy. More difficult to do that. To figure out which one's broken when you only got the bones. Which are all separate. Well, let's look at the discoloration, I guess.
What's this? The bone's discolored? I've never seen anything like this before. I'll need a more detailed look at it.
I guess that's all we can find. We're not even gonna look at the rest of it. I guess we don't find anything else. Well, what about her clothes, though? We got a rip here in the pants, but apparently we're not gonna say anything about that. We got a ton of blood around this area.
It's a bloodstain. However, it doesn't appear to have originated from a hemorrhaging injury. That's because...
Too much blood, not enough blood. I guess there's too much blood? No? I don't think there's no apparent damage, wouldn't really rule that out, because there's a giant gap in her, you know, neckline. Someone could just shove a knife there.
Yes. If this blood is from external injuries, then the clothing would be damaged as well.
Apparently that logic doesn't exist, though.
Could she have been hemorrhaging from some other reason?
Well, what about her broken necklace?
The necklace the victim was wearing. Is this stone agate? It's shattered in half. How much force would it take for this stone to break like this? In any case, this is unusual for a corpse that's supposedly drowned in a river.
Also, if I'm looking at it correctly, she's got a... It's kind of difficult to make out from the front, but that's a bra. But we're not gonna say anything about that. I question how they're able to make all the clothing fit the person's... So hey, this looks normal.
These are tire marks. So was the victim run over by a car? That doesn't make sense though, because the victim
was found in the river.
That's right. The corpse was found at a river. There may be some exceptions, but you usually don't find cars driving in the river.
So I kind of wonder how these stains were able to remain there, even when the body was in the river for however long. So we're not gonna say anything about how tattered the clothing was, though I guess that explains itself. That's too vague. Alright, let's see what we have so far. Do we have something on the recorder? Yeah, I guess so. We got John Doe, who found the corpse.
Hey, can you see if they'll get me some of that Mooper's chicken, huh? Oh, this juicy fat drips out when you take a bite. Tasty. Huh? Sam ain't just a dog. He's my best friend in the whole world. Don't be stupid. You wanna know how I found that body? It's all thanks to Sam, you know? Yeah. See, we were walking down by the river when old Sam, he suddenly runs off. And he comes back with a bone in his mouth. I took a better look and damn if it ain't a lady's arm. It scared the hell out of me, you know? So I went and called the cops, huh? I ain't going near no dead body, that's just creepy. Oh, hey, if she was missing, was there any reward for finding her? I mean, dead or alive, right?
Well.
Little guy, that man who found the corpse might be telling us one hell of a lie.
What do you mean?
In his testimony, he claims that he never saw the corpse, correct?
Yeah, well.
Yes.
Yet there is something he said that he couldn't have known unless he had seen the corpse previously.
There was? Wait, what was it?
Do I really have to point it out to you?
Yes, please.
Well, I think we already know what that was. But let's just point it out.
His dog had brought back an arm bone. Even for a forensic scientist, it would be difficult to determine the sex from just that. That means that the man who found the corpse is
someone who saw the corpse. Or had supernatural powers, one or the other. Well, I mean, the healing touch exists in this universe, so why not the corpse identifying touch?
He then made an assumption of the corpse's gender based on the remaining articles of clothing.
Why not the Neo-Guild super perception serum from the previous game? Well, let's see what we have. Can we give the guy things to look at?
Hey, little guy, I'd like to get your opinion on something.
Me? Oh, I didn't think you'd ever
Enough chit-chat. I'm transferring some data over to you.
Oh, okay. What is this? Can you wait a moment? I'll compare it with the database here. It's as I thought. No matches. I've never seen this before. Not even at the place I used to work.
The place he used to work.
Huh. So does that mean you don't know the first thing about it?
Pretty sure they both work there.
I'm sorry, but that's correct.
Fine. At least I know now that there isn't any information.
Well, we don't know anything about this pathological change. What about the fractured legs? Nothing. The broken bone from the finger, well, I guess we just kinda handwave that. Broken necklace. We're not gonna get an opinion on that. The tire tracks. What about the skeleton?
Hey, little guy. Can you do me a favor and get a bone analysis?
Yes, of course. Is it to identify the body?
Mm-hmm, that's right. Start with dental records.
I'll get right on that. I'll let you know when the results come in.
Yes, please do. All right, then.
Well, we got something in the works, it looks like. We got the skeleton being looked into, and that's it. What about the bones? There's no correlation between the broken bones. We can correlate the tire marks with the broken legs, though.
Match the locations of the tire marks left on the clothing. That means these fractures were...
run over. Or broken while in transport, that'll also do.
That's right. These fractures in the legs appeared when she was run over by a car. How then did these marks appear on a corpse found in the river? This is a new mystery.
Well, what about the other broken things? They don't correlate. What about the... mysterious bloodstains. We can't relate that to the guy somehow identifying the corpse's gender. Do we need to black out? Yeah, I guess we do.
Dr. Kimishima, good timing. There's something I need to tell you.
I'm listening. What is it?
The team that collected the corpses turned in an investigation report. It seems that a type of tick was found in the ground where the corpse is located.
Ticks?
Yes, depending on the season and environment, various insects are attracted to corpses. They normally leave once the body's been reduced to the bone, but some ticks burrow underground and remain there for a while afterwards.
True. They'll leave eventually as well, but perhaps the ticks could tell us something.
The tick whisperer. Well, the insects found in the ground tell us how long it had been there. I don't know. I guess it's the only thing out of these that makes sense, though.
Right. We could use the ticks to determine how long the corpse had been there.
Amazing, Doctor. I didn't think you'd know about that.
Well, I really didn't. I just guessed.
So, was a time of death calculated?